Everybody here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Joel. All right, looks like we're streaming on Facebook right now. So we're just going to start off. There is now a severe thunderstorm warning for Macomb and Oakland counties. Looking at the radar here, this will be eastern Oakland and most of Macomb. This warning is for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So, Joel, who we got here? We got 70 people right now?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hold here. I don't know how to update any of the scroll or the warning
I
screen.
I can
So
get that.
okay, yeah. So 158. So if you're just tuning in, severe thunderstorm warning now. Macomb and Oakland counties. So this is eastern Oakland and all of Macomb until 6:30. 528. The severe thunderstorm is located near Rochester or 7 miles northeast of Troy, moving southeast at 10 miles an hour. So this is a really slow-moving storm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and this will be near Sterling Heights around 5:35, Clinton around 5:40, Macomb Township around 5:50. Other locations impacted include Rochester Hills, Madison Heights, Roseville, Shelby Township, Clawson, Ray Center, Utica, Fraser, East Point, and Washington. All right, so welcome everybody. So we're just going to take a quick look at the radar here. Joel, do you have anything loaded that you want to go over?
Um, Give me just a minute
I've
here.
just got a, I've just got Omega.
I got GR2 in the background, but I have to load it still.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so radar's updating right now. Let's see here. So looking at velocity, we're looking for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, mostly over. I think at this point, Macomb County. Yeah, it seems like it's located entirely within Macomb right now. So yeah, so it looks like there's downburst winds coming in on the north side of Rochester Hills and Macomb Township, moving south towards Sterling Heights and Clinton Township and Troy areas. So we're just gonna go back to velocity here. So yeah, this warning's pretty much for this big storm up here on the north side. There's a second storm down here over Sterling Heights, but we're watching the north side there. So severe thunderstorm warning. Just need to update the Facebook page quickly. Assuming that a warning graphic has been posted. Okay.
Just catching the edge of the United States there, right there on the edge. Go heading to Lake St. Clair here.
Yeah, there are other thunderstorms up by Port Huron, but they're not severe right now.
Yeah. Same down towards Washtenaw County right now. Straight over Ann Arbor, Saline, Livonia, as well as Canton.
Yeah, so we're focused right now on the severe thunderstorm warning in Macomb County, but we'll quickly, I better change this to great presentation. I had it set to satellite, but yeah, so there are non-severe storms right now all the way down through Ann Arbor area up to Port Huron, but our focus right now is this Macomb storm. I don't know if there's anything coming through on the report side of things, but I kind of want to look at VIL. Yeah, so large hail potential with this. The warning is for quarter-size hail. I know that there's a marker for ping pong balls, so there could be a hail threat developing in central Macomb County. I'm just trying to zoom in here. Shelby Township, Macomb Township, and surrounding areas. So this product here is vertically integrated liquid. It is measuring hail potential. You're seeing there's some dark grays in there. That's generally large hail, which you can also see in the reflectivity here, the purples. So could be quarters, falling out there. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning happening with this, and it is moving south through Macomb County, so towards the shoreline, Lake St. Clair Metro Park, Sterling Heights, Warren, everywhere like that. So if you're out and about, it's a beautiful day. It's probably a good time to move into a building away from lightning, especially if or into your car if you're at the beach or anything like that, or out hiking. So yeah, you don't want to be caught out in this storm here.
Yeah, we can definitely get those bolts from the blue, similar to what we had the past couple of days. When you have the anvils kind of sticking out far from the storm, which I'm not sure how much there is in terms of shear right now, but you can still get, cloud ground bolts that do stick out of the storm and such and that. And if you do hear thunder, that means you are able to be struck by lightning. Kind of crazy to say, but usually it's within 15 miles of any storm, but it can be further.
Yeah. So yeah, they say if you're close enough if you can hear thunder, you're close enough to get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Is the saying. I just want to check lightning. I got 1 minute, 5 minutes. Let's see if that. Yeah, there we go. You can see the lightning better there. Still learning how to use Radar Omega. So.
Special weather statement has just been issued for, looks like Washtenaw County to your southeast or southwest there. For that strong storm heading through Ann Arbor right now.
Okay, let's take a peek over here. So right, non-severe storm over Ann Arbor, 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. So I mean that's approaching severe criteria. This includes Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Saline, Milan, Salem, Whitmore Lake, Willis, Barton Hills, Whitaker, Delhi Mills. So we'll keep an eye on that storm. Not severe at the moment, but things can change. We'll just go back over here. Just want to look at high-res velocity again. So yeah, we're still seeing like these brighter greens in here and the reds. It's hail potential or strong wind potential. I just want to get a quick look here. So we're looking at this.
I would say Mount Clemens and Clinton right now. Looks like some downburst winds.
Yeah.
It looks like at 1,600 feet is the beam height there, so it's pretty close to the ground. Winds 50 knots, so definitely 60-mile-per-hour winds would be validated there. So definitely stay indoors if you're in the Mount Clemens area. That's where the strongest winds are at.
Okay, yeah, Mount Clemens, and just by looping the radar, you can see how the winds kind of come out like a circle. They're expanding outwards. That is indicative of downburst or microburst winds.
And these storms are heading east-southeast at about 10 to 15, 20 miles per hour, something like that. Is that what it said?
10 miles per hour.
Yeah. There is no tornado for those who are saying that in chat.
Right, the chat. Let me no tornado risk.
No tornado risk.
So,
but damaging winds, it's kind of like a weak tornado anyways. So
yeah,
you want to be inside.
It's gonna cause a headache for anyone. Has anyone out there who's watching in this warning seen any hail? Just wondering.
According to chat, Milan is pronounced Mylin.
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 Mylin. All right, I'll try to remember that. There's too many different ways to say things for town names in Michigan.
Yeah. A couple people saying yes, hail. Hail in Shelby. Someone watched from Ann Arbor, and the special weather statement has hail there.
That was Suzanne says hail in Shelby. Do you know how big the hail was there? Nickel size in Shelby Township. Okay.
What's going on, guys?
Ryan, I'm just noticing right now that the VIL continues to uptrend. We had Nichols in Shelby Township as confirmed by 2 people in the chat, and Radar Scope now has one thing. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but a 2-inch hail marker right now over Macomb Township. But we know that there is Nichols falling.
I do want to mention as well the Washtenaw County storm near Ann Arbor just went SWS.
Yeah,
Special weather
We were talking
statement.
about that.
Okay, cool. That's borderline severe there as well. So
yeah, we're trying to keep an eye out on things. Our main concern right now, yeah, is the warning, but there is also the storm over Ann Arbor. Ryan, if you want to take radar, you can go ahead.
I can. I'm just going to show my camera here. That's facing north toward Ann Arbor. That's to look at the storms as they move southeast. So
Okay.
I can go ahead and take my radar here. I might pop off again just for a minute or so. Again,
Oh, then
I was caught up in something here. I'm just getting settled in here.
it's all right. Don't worry about it. We got it covered. Yeah. So we're still looking at what we got. 510 people right now. I'm just gonna quickly look through some of these comments. So yeah, Suzanne wishes they were real nickels, not just nickel-size hail. That'd be nice. Hail from Canton. Okay. Scott, for Macomb Township hail, if you could let us know how big it is by estimating size of a coin, that'd be helpful. I'm just gonna make a post here. BB
Or
size
if you have
hail
a tape
in
measure.
Dexter.
You got the SWS mic? 'Cause I was about to do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Oh, did you load your radar?
Oh yeah, it's up right now, but I'm about to hop out real quick and grab something to eat before I sit down and get settled in here.
Okay, no worries.
My radar. I also have my radar live in the background if you want me to take over.
You can go ahead.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
A little smaller than a dime. All right, thanks, Scott.
And for those who may have not been watching the broadcast the last couple of days when we've had back-to-back severe days, marginally severe, of course, I do like to mention that the app MPing is available. So, in the wintertime, we tell you to use it for reporting your snow. You can also report it, or you can also use it to report severe hail and severe winds. Any sorts of severe weather, honestly. And so you can go into the app and submit your hail size to that, and the National Weather Service will see your exact location, and they will relay it into their database.
It's a handy app to have.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get a post put up here.
Take GR2 here. So Eastern Oakland County at this point appears to be out of the severe portions of the storm. You can see the reds on our base reflectivity radar here on the left side of the screen. Our pinks and reds, all in Macomb County at this point, south of Romeo. Still hanging out there in Mount Clemens and Clinton area, down towards Fraser as well. And then again, we have our special weather statement over Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti, down towards Saline, 450-mile-per-hour winds, and penny-sized hail. These are the only two warnings and advisories we have in effect right now. There's also some showers and storms popping up here in southern Hillsdale and western Lenawee County as well, which is near Ryan's house. So he'll have a view on that as those roll in, as obviously right now he has the view of the Ann Arbor storm. Picking up still 50-mile-per-hour winds, 50 to 55-mile-per-hour winds there directly over Mount Clemens.
Yeah,
And
that's
the storm
close
is
enough.
moving. Yeah, this storm is moving relatively slow.
Yeah, this storm's quite impressive on distant radars. 52,000 feet or foot tops. So
52,000?
52,000 foot tops.
Oh, wow, yeah. Check
Like
that
I know
out.
that it's really close to the Detroit radar, but if you switch to either Exeter or Grand Rapids, you can really see how big it is. Okay.
It's a very tall updraft.
Washington Township. Okay, so we have penny-sized hail in Washington Township per the NWS.
Sounds good. So these storms are almost 10 miles, if not 10 miles tall.
I'm just surprised by how quickly it went up.
Yeah, let me check Mezzo as well right now. Let's see what the lapse rates are looking like.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this morning. Over 1 million people are under the severe thunderstorm warning right now.
Wow. 2,500 joules per kilogram surface cape, which is your instability factor. And that is a good indicator of how tall these storms are going to get today right there. So looking at, this is in the background. You guys can't see my screen, but not much in the way of shear. So these storms are pretty much going straight up. And that's why they're also going really slow, is there's nothing really moving it along.
And in this environment, what goes up must come down. So all that rising, water, cool water, will eventually have to come back down to the surface in the form of downburst winds.
Yep.
So Oakland's been canceled from the warning, but Macomb continues, and this warning is until 6:30. Hazard 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. We have new times. So Sterling Heights, Clinton, and Macomb Township around 5:50, so that's right now. And then Mount Clemens around 6. But remember, this also includes Roseville, Shelby Township, Ray Center, Utica, Fraser, East Point, Washington, New Haven, Stony Creek Metro Park, and Centerline. I guess it's also important to point out that not just Stony Point Metro, but also Lake St. Clair Metro Park, Harrison Township, where a lot of people probably are on a nice day like today.
Oh, yeah.
Geez, let me. Somebody just replied to my post about the severe thunderstorm warning with a picture of a really big cloud-to-ground lightning bolt.
Dang. So an updraft is just the cloud structure itself. To answer your question there.
Updraft is like the area where the winds in the storm go straight up.
Yep.
That pretty much forms the storm, rising air.
Yeah.
Updraft is air that goes up, and then a downdraft is air that comes down.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have that much in terms of shear today. So not only does that limit any like tornado potential, which obviously is pretty much zero today, but you also have these storms moving at a very, very slow pace. And again, like we just mentioned, what goes up must come down. So it's just going straight up and then coming straight back down pretty much in the same area as it develops. It looks like we do have a special marine warning now in effect for Lake St. Clair.
Yeah. Again, this is not just Metro Park at Lake St. Clair, but also moving over the lake, and you don't want to be on the water. So I'd say if you know anybody out boating right now, it's time to tell them to head back to harbor. Head back to the marina.
Turn over to velocity here to check in our winds. Still hanging out over Mount Clemens there. It's heading towards St. Clair Haven. St. Clair Shores, this will probably just skirt by you to the north, although you can still expect some brief heavy downpours in the area there. Good thing Detroit does not have a home game today, although it does look like it's kind of splitting downtown Detroit at this time. Storm motions pretty much off to the southeast. Again, slow, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Those who are just tuning in, we are live currently on X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. So if you want to share the stream with anybody who has any of those platforms, feel free to do so. We'll be live as long as this severe warning is in effect.
And I'm sure more will be coming. Some of these storms down by Ann Arbor are looking a little beefier.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Canton Township right now, there's a strong storm going up. There's still the storm over Ann Arbor on the move. Is that VIL? Or was that Posh?
That was my Posh.
Okay.
So this is your probability of significant hail falling. Anywhere you see the whites is greater than a 90% chance. So you have one little speck here just north of Mount Clemens. Anywhere in pink is 80 to 90.
Yeah, that'd be That'd be right over Chesterfield. And again, moving to Harrison. So
anywhere you see like the blues would be less than a 50% chance, but still a chance. So significant hail would be 2 inches in diameter, and we only have one little speck here, so that's a good sign. But lapse rates are 9 to 9.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer today. And for those who do not know what a lapse rate is, that is your change in temperature as you go up in height. So for every kilometer you go up in height, especially at the lower levels, that's the lower level lapse rate right now. In the lower levels, it's a 9.5 degrees Celsius change per kilometer. So it gets cold rapidly as you go up in height, and that allows for sustained updrafts and sustained hail development without melting.
I do want to mention really quickly here, we're getting signatures of a downburst happening in Washtenaw County near Pittsfield Charter Township.
okay.
Looks like it's borderline in the 50-mile-an-hour zone on the terminal Doppler. So it looks like we're going to get some gusty winds that are just below severe limits in that Pittsfield Charter Township areas such as US 12 and US 23.
Also, quarter-size hail, according to the NWS, in Macomb Township. From a trained weather spotter. So we're looking here. Pittsfield, is that south of Ann Arbor?
Yes, just west of
Okay.
Ypsilanti.
Yeah, I see it now. Getting towards 40 and 50 mile per hour winds on that. So the special weather statement down there is for 50 mile per hour wind, and then if it's going to approach severe criteria, they'll issue a warning if they need to.
For some reason, GR2 does not like the airport radars, especially for velocity. It only shows me base reflectivity, which is really weird.
Yeah, I have that issue all the time as well with those terminal radars, terminal Dopplers.
Yeah. So looking at the big picture here, you can see that it's just this one line here stretching from Hillsdale through Washtenaw up towards Oakland, Macomb, and into St. Clair County. Wayne County starting to get some of the effects of these stronger storms. Monroe, you are downstream of it. Otherwise, elsewhere across the state, you're still dealing with some mostly sunny skies out there today, temperatures in the 80s. We still do plan on going live later tonight for our Sunday Night Weekly to go over the upcoming severe threats for Monday through Wednesday. But again, that will be after we're done covering the severe thunderstorm threat here in Southeast Michigan. So looking at updraft strengths, anywhere we see these reds and updraft strength means clouds are still billowing up. And it looks like the stronger updrafts right now are currently in southern Washtenaw County, heading towards Wayne and Monroe. Actually have a look at what's happening here, an outflow boundary from these showers and storms back building into Oakland and Macomb counties, and even Lapeer. And you kind of see how these showers are billowing off of that. So we might have a little bit of backwards development like we had with the Lapeer storm a couple days ago.
I do want to mention that Detroit, I believe, specifically mentioned that outflow reinforced convective potential, especially with the flooding risk as well tonight, because these storms are moving so slow over urban areas. We could get some ponding and some urban areas of flooding going on if these storms like to train over one area. So keep that in mind too, if you live in especially urban areas.
I know some of these some members in the chat have said hail in Canton and Chesterfield. If you could let us know how big the hail was compared to the size of a coin, you can just estimate it. That would help us. We do know that there was quarter-size hail in Macomb Township, confirmed by a storm spotter. And radar continues to show quarter-size hail potential, as well as looks like a bit of back building on the storm behind it. So you know what, flash flooding could become a problem in Macomb County pretty soon. The flash flooding is in water over roads and areas that are prone to ponding or drainage areas. And then the downburst south of Ann Arbor continues. It doesn't look as intense as it did a while ago, but special weather statement does continue for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts with that storm and penny-size hail. Looking through here, I'm getting a 35-mile-per-hour winds on the airport radar in southern Washtenaw County.
Do you want to also mention, going off what Mike mentioned with the Macomb County flood potential, looking at the estimated radar rainfall over the past hour, we're getting reports, or not reports, but radar indicated between 1 and 2 inches of rain in this localized swath here, directly over, we're going to say Preston Corner, Shelby Charter Township, Waldenburg areas. So this is likely going to have at least some flooding ongoing with it. But if this continues, we're likely going to see an uptick in potentially a flood warning or flood advisory issued for that.
If you want to take your radar, go for it. I'll just
I don't
have it
mind.
open right now.
Okay. Feel free to take it back whenever.
Okay.
Checking out the radar here, besides the severe warning currently in Macomb County, the bulk of that is, the bulk of the wind at least looks like it's moving on to Lake St. Clair, where this brighter velocity is. So that should be exiting, but still.
Yeah, that's right over the Lake St. Clair Metro Park, Ryan.
Yeah, you're right. It is. So luckily, though, it's moving off
Yeah,
the
so
shore
I mean, there
here
could be a lot of people
momentarily.
out there.
Yeah. Try to
Yeah,
figure out this Clements
I
Park.
just hope that everybody who
Hills,
was at the park
Hayden.
was, you know, in their cars.
Otherwise, they're going to be wet. And checking out the
Yeah,
other
and
storms
there's a
around
lot of
here.
cloud-to-ground lightning happening with this storm, so this is not something you want to be outside in. Yeah, the severe
Looking at the
thunderstorm warning
other,
still continues for Macomb. They just updated it.
am I
Sorry, Ryan,
lagging?
go ahead.
No, I think one of us is lagging hard. It might be me. I'm not sure, but we keep talking over each other. I think it's a lag issue.
Yeah, no worries.
I just wanted to mention here the other areas to not like be concerned about, but other storms going on here. There's a couple areas, one over Canton, looks like there's a good downburst happening there. Again, nothing looks severe with these. It's just maybe some gusty winds and a lot of lightning, perhaps some small hail. Looking back through the storm here in the Saline, Pittsfield Charter Township area. Again, much of the same thing, gusty winds, not seeing anything that indicates severe. Looking on the terminal Doppler radar here with the wind speeds right between 30 and 40 at its peak there, directly over, we're going to say, at least it's Textile Road, if I'm not mistaken, Textile and State Road there. And then looking further south here in towards Lenawee County near Clinton, looks like there's another area of potentially gusty winds there. Again, none of this looks severe. It's just more so heavy rain, perhaps some small hail with these storms. And these are all moving, again, southeast at roughly 10 to 20 miles per hour. This is going to continue to likely build as we head into the evening hours here. So we'll watch this as close as we possibly can. We do have that one warning still in effect here for Macomb County, which expires in about a half hour. But it looks like the bulk of this concerning at least wind potential is moving off of the county and onto Lake St. Clair. Pop out the chat here. Had pea-sized hail in North Ann Arbor a few minutes ago. Lost power for 60 seconds. Storm seems to be over now. Thank you for that. Window rattling thunder in Plymouth.
Somebody here did. I just saw flooding in Washington, but now I can't find the comment. Oh, from Brianna Hawkins, flooding in Washington. We'll put a post together for that in a minute.
St. Clair County, you guys just have some thunderstorms there for you. Not severe, but a lot of lightning, brief heavy downpours, and perhaps some small hail with those, but nothing severe for you guys. Strong wind, crazy thunder, and lightning downpouring as well. Flooding in Chesterfield, says Amber. Flooding in Clinton Township, says Danielle. So we're getting, when you guys say flooding, you guys mean your road is flooded, backyard? Like what kind of flooding are we talking about? Looking at those storms off to my north towards the Saline and Arbor area, take that full screen just for a brief second here. It's a really big updraft. I'll tell you that much. It's pretty hefty. Can't really see any structure of the storm, but we'll watch that here and see if anything becomes more feature available, I guess, or storm structure, I guess I'm trying to say. If we get any storm characteristics to show you guys, we'll hop back on there. And that storm
that's
over
just north of you, Ryan, right? There's a dime.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Dime
Yeah, I saw the dime-sized
in
hail.
Clinton.
Yep, and that's heading right for me here. On the camera, be just off to the left of my screen here. So that dark cloud moving in from left to right would be that storm. Joel, how'd you do that? This is why we have you in here.
It's one of the panel.
It's so
this
it's such a small box.
It is.
It kind of just shows you. It's perfect for like if someone was chasing and you wanted to put the radar in the bottom right.
Yeah, I mean, like I have the stream open right here on Facebook, and I just can't even make out what it is. It's just a radar.
Yeah, we do recommend watching on TV sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Through Facebook or YouTube, you can cast to your television.
Yeah,
If you have a smart TV.
Do want to mention here, at least the latest scan looks like it's trying to uptick here in DBZ just south of Ann Arbor. I'm curious if we're going to see that translate over to velocity. Not really, not much there. Got somebody texting me from Ipsy. Let's see what they have to say real quick. Looks like my good buddies Freddie is out chasing in Ipsy right now. Looks pretty like a high base elevated storm there. This warning still remains in effect here for Macomb County until 6:30 p.m. for quarter-size hail as well as 60-mile-per-hour winds. And this storm does look like it is back building. Looking at the back edge of this, we're getting additional development that's popped up. So likely going to have some flooding issues here in Macomb County in the next couple hours or so.
the LCLs right now are 1750 meters.
And you know, not only that, but if you look at VIL, we got more hail being indicated around Washington Township and Utica. So I mean, it might not be over yet in terms of the severity of these storms.
Yep. So that warning will more than likely remain in effect there. Wouldn't think they'd drop that, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, Selfridge National Guard Base, 46-mile-per-hour wind gust.
Where is that at?
Selfridge, so that's right in Harrison Township area, like St. Clair Metro Park, so that little peninsula in Macomb County.
Gotcha.
Over the lake.
Gotcha.
I mean, 46 sounds pretty decent considering it was showing, 50-mile-per-hour wind.
Someone was asking about storm anxiety, and I know we have a link to that on our website, but did any of you guys want to go over that really quick, or like what to do in that case?
I can link it in chat for them to click on real quick.
Sweet.
Give me a second to pull up the site.
Website is www.michiganstormchasers.com.
And you can find it if you want to search for yourself. It's under the blog tab. And it's from August 26th of last year. After the August 24 storms, we had an influx of people message us how to deal with storm anxiety. So we figured we'd make a blog post about it. So you can find that. A link will be in chat on both YouTube as well as Facebook. The good news, though, I will say about those you with storm anxiety is you're more than likely hyper weather aware, and that's good. So you know when risks are going to be coming, and you know when to take shelter and stuff like that. And that knowledge alone will save your life 10 times out of 10 times.
So updated hail VIL and hail markers are showing $0.50 Sterling Heights and Macomb Township. So the hail potential appears to be increasing
We do
behind the main severe storm.
we do have the cyclone port here that's facing Lake St. Clair. It's a little bit further south here near St. Clair shores, but it is showing that elevated base there of that storm. Not base, but elevated storm there.
Rich, you posted Shelby Township hail between quarter and golf ball size has been reported. Do you know where you heard that? I know the National Weather Service has confirmed quarter size from storm spotters.
Checking out that view here of that storm moving in toward my way. It's moving, if it's moving slowly this way, just starting to see the edge of it there. Matthew says he can back it. He's in Shelby Township. If you guys got larger than quarter size hail, see if you can get a picture and send it in to us, or send it to the NWS in Detroit.
Yeah, you can just tag them on Twitter or comment on one of their posts on their Facebook page.
Would say more towards quarter size in Shelby. Okay, thank you, Matthew. Nickel size in Chesterfield, says Shelby. Classic downburst here, still over that same area near Saline. It's just very interesting.
Looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for southern St. Clair County.
Yep, there we go.
Parsons Island, Algonac, Clay Township.
Yeah. So this storm right here pushing eastward here towards the Algonac area. Did I hear that right, Mike?
Algonac, anything like that.
Okay. So this is just going to be for that storm here, an extension over toward St. Clair County. So
yeah, another popular spot for boating and outdoor activities. I mean, it's time to move to your car if you are out at the park. Or if you know anyone who's out there, and if anyone's out boating, they need to get back to the marina or the harbor.
ASAP.
Yeah, so quarter size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The storm will be near Harsons Island at 6:15, so you got 5 minutes. And Algonac at 6:20. Other locations are Anchorville, Pearl Beach, and Fairhaven. So essentially Clay and a portion of Ira Township, Cotterville Township, and Harsons Island. Actually, no, that's just south of Marine City.
So this particular area of concern, more so with downburst winds, is currently just about to push toward Middle Island, Pearl Beach, Algonac. and they're on our Harson's Island. So maybe wow, need to be indoors if you're on the lake. As Mike said, get back ASAP. Looking around the other storms going on here, these are likely going to continue to build. Well, there's a big old gap here, back here in, is this Lapeer County? No, this isn't Lapeer. This is Oakland County, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Oakland County. And then down here toward Wayne and Washtenaw, we got some more additional development here. So west side of Washtenaw is clear for now. Lenaway's just started getting into some pop-up storms there. Monroe is on deck for these. So we'll watch these closely. No warnings in effect down here at this point. Looks like some pretty good wind gusts there along US 12, just to the east of Clinton. Looks like about 30, maybe upwards of 35, close to 40 there. Downburst going on here. Looks like an Ipsy. None of these look severe, though, which is good news. The only severe warning in effect here is going to be for that Macomb County and also St. Clair, southern St. Clair County.
Yeah, so still about 1 million people under these severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, it's a lot because it's a really tightly packed area. Have you checked the radar rain estimates? Let me. I'm just gonna quickly look on my radar scope. It's always so hard to find on here. So around Macomb Township, we're looking at 2.5, almost 2.5 inches by now.
Yeah, I got that pulled up now, Mike.
Yeah, and then I mean, there's some smaller areas of heavier rain to the north, but those are pretty much in rural areas, farm fields and whatnot. That's they could potentially tip over 3 inches of rain with these other back-building storms behind it. With the bot now, we can at least get flood advisory sent right to our phone. So I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I'm watching too.
Posted, but you'd expect one to come soon.
These are moving pretty slow today, guys. 10 to 20 miles an hour. So that's going to train and dump a lot of rain over you once it gets over you. Like, for example, this one down here in Ann Arbor is also back building. Just noticed that. So let's take a radar estimate from this area out of curiosity. Yeah, this is looking like a repeat of localized area here, but this is up and over 1 inch, close to 2 inches on some spots. About 1.5 inches would be a good guess. Centered over some subdivisions. I'm actually really familiar with this area here. Lodi Township, Pittsfield Charter Township. So anywhere south of 94 subdivisions there. You guys are probably going to get a little bit of at least street flooding going on, potentially some yard flooding as well. But you got more coming too, so you might top 2 inches there as well. Celine's getting hail. How big of hail? Man, that storm coming toward me is dying out.
Sound disappointed.
Kind of. I was hoping for a good storm today.
I don't even think I've heard thunder all year.
That's crazy. It's mid-May.
All right, so that warning here from Macomb County still remains in effect for 15 more minutes. Expires at 6:30 p.m. I have one here for southern St. Clair. Again, quarter size hail, 60 mile per hour winds, expires in 1 hour, it says. So looks like they're preparing for this back building here to move in. So they're going to keep that warning in effect to account for those additional storms that have developed over the course of the past 10 minutes.
You know, this is like what 100% of weather tracking looks like on your phone, just staring straight into it for hours on end.
Looking for the rainbow. Heavy rain, thunder in Melvindale. Garden City, thunder, small bits of rain. Yeah, down here in Wayne County here from Dearborn, Taylor, right on 94 here. Just some pop-up showers and looks like a little bit of lightning in there too. Nothing to be concerned about with Wayne County for right now. None of these look too impressive. I'm going to assume that outflow boundary is going to continue to develop additional storms that moves back west. It's just firing off additional storms as we speak too.
Kind of acts as like a lifting mechanism. Just a tad.
Was hoping for a good storm in Livingston County. You're not, I guess, out of the woods just yet, but I'm going to say it's probably going to be to your east. Unless that boundary can make it to you, which it kind of looks like there is one here. Although I don't see anything popping on it. Camera facing north here from Lenawee. Still not seeing much in the way of storm structure with this, just cloud tops.
Looks like maybe a bit of a modest on that.
Let me pop outside real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. All right, guys. Ryan's just taking a look there at the storm clouds outside. So we'll just take my radar back for a moment. Yeah, so severe thunderstorm warning continues southern St. Clair County and much of Macomb County. St. Clair will be till, I'm not sure what time this goes until, so let's check. St. Clair is until 7:15, so that's Clay Township, Harsons Island area, Algonac. Macomb County continues until 6:30. These warnings are for quarter-size hail. We're getting a new radar update. Just taking a peek here at what they got.
I will jump in really quick, Mike.
Go for it.
So it appears on radar that with the outflow boundary moving out and away from that storm, there's actually a lot of bolts out of the blue occurring. So Pontiac, West Bloomfield Township, Birmingham, Troy for sure, Kego Harbor area. So that would be Oakland County, southeastern Oakland County. So if you hear thunder, definitely head indoors. You don't want to be struck by lightning while it's sunny outside.
Yeah, on a day like today where there's a lot of outdoor activities happening, lightning, I think, is the number one killer of all weather types.
That and flooding.
That and flash flooding. Never drive through a flooded roadway, even if it's just a pool of water on the road. Just take a different way to get around it. I see. So yeah, all along that boundary in eastern Oakland, there's pretty much lightning happening. So yeah, it looks like the severe thunderstorm warning has been trimmed. So the National Weather Service isn't including these back building storms from Rochester Hills, Sterling Heights, Macomb Township. They are now mostly focused on the storm that's moving over Harsons Island, over Anchor Bay. So what we're looking at here. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail potential continues until 7:15. Pearl Beach, Algonac, Harsons Island, a lot of DNR land and parks out there. A lot of places for boating activities. Middle Channel Marina, St. Clair Flats Wildlife Area. Just a lot out that way in terms of things that people do on a nice day. So if you are outside, if you know somebody who's out in these areas, make sure they move to their car away from lightning danger if they can. Inside, say if they're at the golf club, then go to a country club and wait inside. Just want to look at the wind on this. So radar showing about 30 mile per hour wind gusts over Harson's Island with that.
I got radar indicated 45 in Saline right now via the terminal Doppler. I'll mention that as well.
You can turn your radar back on, which I just put it to mine while you were away.
Good, but just want to pop this up real quick. There's your over Saline, a little bit of a spike there of velocity over Michigan Avenue, Maple Road there, that general vicinity. So gusty winds, not severe, likely going to be right around that 40 mile an hour range, give or take a few. And that storm heading in my way is not hanging out long. And that was not Mamatis. It was just kind of a, I don't know what it's called, honestly.
Wispy. Just wispy cloud. Yes.
That's the best way to describe it.
It was hard to tell on because I just have such a little screen on my laptop here.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit darker that way, but it doesn't look visually impressive.
Looks like the outflow from those storms is pushing into Monroe County. So a bit of relief from the heat coming across the north side of Monroe County, moving south. I'm not sure what the temperatures are today down there.
I actually have the MEDAR overlay.
We do need to point out now there's the also just want to point out flood advisory now for Macomb County.
That would make sense.
For some reason, it's not up on Omega yet.
Oh, what was that? What were you looking for, Ryan?
Looking for the flood advisory to overlay it on the screen here. Should show green, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, there it is. Just popped in. I gotta.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna shade it real quick. There we go.
Yeah, green is flood advisory.
Right there. So the text of that is in effect until looks like 10 and 9:30. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain have fallen. Up to 1 inch more. All right. So kind of expected with that. Looking back down here in Monroe, current temperature is roughly 80 degrees. But up here in Ann Arbor, where these storms are happening, it's 68 degrees. So big cool off coming, guys. Big cool off.
Must be nice. I think it's 86 where I am.
It cooled off 8 degrees here. It's 82. It was 90. That severe warning, I don't know if you guys mentioned this, was trimmed.
To the east side of Macomb. It doesn't include the back building storms.
Yep. So this is likely the area of concern that they're worried about with that warning.
I'm surprised the Troy area doesn't have at least a special weather statement. I mean, one could be coming, but
just a bit, yeah. Joel, do you have VIL on yours? I don't really trust this VIL after last night.
I'm looking at VIL for Troy, and it's 80.
It's pretty high. Is mine live or no?
I can take you live here. Yeah, little surprised they didn't put that.
I mean, again, it's a hail marker is not an estimate of how big the hail is, but a hail marker is 1.75 inch.
Posh.
80% of severe hail potential.
Yikes.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, moving into areas that have had, 2 inches of rain. Last thing we need is another inch on top of that.
Pop-up showers now in downtown Detroit, there in Wayne County, south of Dearborn, and towards Windsor.
That storm heading toward me just did a U-turn, is going back north to combine with that one in Saline. What just happened with that?
I see that on the radar loop.
I can't catch a break. I want a storm.
It literally jumps right away from your town.
The Ryan bubble.
The Ryan, yeah.
Storm's afraid of you.
These are
Maybe it
definitely
is.
looking a little beefy. Very fast developing storms just south of downtown Detroit.
Yeah, that's popped up in 2 scans. Crazy. For our friends across the river in Essex area, LaSalle, Windsor, heading your way.
I don't know. Yeah, let us know if anyone's watching from Canada.
Yeah, Julie, I know. I saw your comment earlier about the thunder. Send it my way, please. Please do.
Ken asks about the storm in northern St. Clair County. We're just going to look here. There's just some small, non-severe pop-up storms ongoing in central St. Clair, but nothing really on the north side. I think you'll be fine up that way. The main concern is the Harson's Island, Lake St. Clair area.
Getting reports of pea-sized hail in Saline.
Okay. Kathy, the storms are in extreme eastern Oakland County. The rest looks fine for now, but there are a lot of boundaries moving through that area. You could always see another pop-up storm, but for the most part, it's going to be Troy, Rochester Hills area.
New warning just got issued for Troy.
Yeah. So our Macomb and Oakland County. Okay, here we go again.
You can take mine back here. I can go over it.
Yeah, quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Hasn't even popped up on mine yet.
We got Troy, Sterling Heights, Warren, St. Clair Shores, Clinton Township, Madison Heights, Big Beaver, Birmingham, Utica, Clinton Township, Shelby Charter. Those are the areas in the warning here. Expires in 1 hour. And that storm is moving pretty much southeast here. So dead center for Sterling Heights. It looks like it's going to miss Troy to the east, which is good news. Current area of more than likely hail falling is going to be over the Whispering Winds neighborhood, Brooklyn Parks.
Ryan, I would just point out that that's just the downtown Troy dot. Troy extends all the way to the county line.
Okay. So East Troy.
Pretty much over Troy, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. All this purple you're seeing here on your radar here is likely where the heaviest of rain and likely some hail falling in there as well. Do you got graphic, Mike? Do you want to get that or you want to get that?
The graphic for the warning, I'm waiting for it to...
Okay, it just popped in on mine.
Yeah, I got that too. So this 950,000 people, again, tightly packed area. Lots of population.
Go ahead and track this. It says moving about southeast at 10. Let's go ahead and do a track on this. From the bulk of the hail, we're going to track this just a bit towards Warren. I just saw lightning.
Bolts from the blue?
Yeah, looks like it just flashed. Why is this not popping up? Oh, now it wants to pop up. Wow. All right, let's try it again. Let's try to track this. Bruh. My goodness. Let's try this. There we go. So the bulk of the hail, this is just for the main hail core. Sterling
That's not
Heights.
heading in the right direction.
Ryan fights with technology.
This is not my day, guys. This just is not my day.
Is it heading south? Is that part heading southeast? I thought that part's heading south.
South,
I would say it's moving south southeast, but it's more like it's just kind of, yeah,
Sitting.
sort of that way.
Big population area in here, though.
Just kind of a big blob.
Yeah.
How what's that say, Ryan? 142,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's in the path. That's just a little narrow area. If you looked at the blue swath it was doing, it's a pretty narrow. There's going to be more people affected by this, but it's roughly 150,000 people.
Yeah, the warning's for 954,000.
Looking at the hail tracker on this one, if it looks different on your guys', let me know. We'll take GR2 over this. But it looks like the bulk of the
it
hail.
looks more or less the same.
Okay. I look on GR2, but my laptop's running the GoPro, so looks like the bulk of it's going to be over the East Troy area near Whispering Winds. This is as of 5 minutes ago. So Flowing Spring Acres, Square Lake Road, across a John Road. Looks like that's going to be where the bulk of this heading in towards Sterling Heights, general vicinity. Checking back down here, looks like those two storms combine again over the Saline area. So if you're in Saline, you're likely going to be experiencing some flooding here. Likely. Let's check out VIL for this one too. Perhaps some small hail in that. And I have a camera set up looking right at that storm. You can actually see blue sky now to the left, and it looks like you have some good structure with this. I'm going to pop outside and look at that real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Ryan's just looking outside, so we'll keep an eye out on radar. So he's looking at this storm in southern Washtenaw County. Ryan lives in northeast Lenawee, so he can see what's happening in the Saline area. Could be 50. They canceled the special weather statement on that. They had previously said 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail possible. We'll see if they reissue it. It's possible nothing's been reported, so it could all just be radar indicated. Small, non-severe storm, River Rouge, Lincoln Park, moving east into Windsor, so missing downtown Detroit, but you can still get lightning and a little bit of rain in that area. And then we still have our severe storm here in Macomb County. And then what was severe in southern St. Clair County looks like it's pretty much fallen apart just into a mess of thunderstorms as it moves into Ontario area. As well as pop-up storms still ongoing in St. Clair County. But our main concern here, we're keeping an eye out on all these, but our main concern will be the one in Macomb and Oakland over Troy, moving towards Sterling Heights and Warren. Watch out for quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with that. We're monitoring several feeds here, National Weather Service, comments, storm reports page. Seeing quite a few reports of nickel-size hail, quarter-size hail. Not too much in the way of wind. It's been reported. And as well, there's also flooding potential. There has been 2 inches of rain in Macomb County. Flood advisory is in effect. I actually didn't get the time on that, but I can quickly look. What time they're holding the flood advisory until.
Can you guys hear me?
And at any point, it could always be.
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear you.
upgraded
Looking
to
at-
flash flood warning. Go ahead, Ryan.
Looking to my south, there's a storm over here. It's just going up. So I'm getting all around. If I were to turn you guys, I'm hearing thunder too, which is cool for one. If I turn you guys to the north, the updraft here, this is a gigantic storm over Selene. I'm kind of hoping for monitor, but these two might combine over. I'm getting sprinkles. You guys can hear closely. That is thunder in the background. I'm not sure you guys can hear that or not.
I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Unless it's really loud, it might not be able to pick up.
All right. Just want to give you. Probably pop back out here, honestly. Oh.
There, Ryan's gone again. So just quickly making another post about the storm in Macomb if you have anything you want to say, Joel.
Okay, give me 1 second here. It's doing some work in the background.
No worries. New radar scan in. We got a storm developing over Warren, so still within the severe thunderstorm warning area. You can see it. It's starting to have lightning now between Royal Oak and Warren, and then the main severe storm up here. Pretty much over all of central Macomb County, Sterling Heights, Rochester Hills, and Troy, so far eastern Oakland. And again, the severe storm that was over Harson's Island, it's pretty much weakened. It's now in Lambton County area, Wallaceburg, Ontario. And yeah, so we're still keeping an eye out. Our main severe storm here in the middle. We're watching the storm by south of Ann Arbor in Washtenaw County in case it gets another special weather statement on it, but we're not seeing too much in the way of severe potential with that at the moment. And again, small storm passing south of Detroit.
Wow. That's quite the hefty outflow boundary on the Ann Arbor storm now too. So we had one. We had one from. So we actually have a lake breeze up here is going through Lapeer County right now, and you have outflow boundary from the storms that are currently severe with thunderstorm warned in DTX. I'm going to take my radar live so people know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, go for it.
So you have line number 1 going through Lapeer County. That's your lake breeze. So if you're living in Lapeer County right now and you feel a little bit of wind, that's from Lake Huron. And you have this little Boeing segment currently going west through Oakland County. That's the outflow boundary from this storm right here that's currently severe warned down near Troy. And then you have a third boundary here, which is an outflow boundary from this storm that is currently firing in Ann Arbor and Selene here in Washtenaw County. So we have 3 different boundaries heading kind of westish right now across portions of southeast Michigan. And it's going to be interesting to see what occurs down the road here while these kind of intertwine and interact with each other here, and probably will meet in central Oakland County.
Just got a report out of Selene of nickel-sized hail via train spotter.
Yeah, what time was that at? 6:22, so within the past 15 minutes.
It just says just shy of quarter. I'm not sure if that's the report or if that's just what they're saying, just nickel in general, but borderline severe.
Yeah, strong
Looks like an
thunderstorm will
SWS just
impact
went out.
southeastern Washtenaw.
Yep, so SWS
Yeah,
now out for the storm.
Selene, Milan, Bridgewater, Pittsfield, Pleasant Lake, and Whitaker for 40 miles wind gusts and nickel-sized hail.
And I wish that storm had come toward me. It's just to my north. I can't. Our pool has risen over a half inch in Selene. I believe it. It's still... Selene's going to have some flooding issues. Looking at this 1 hour precip. Yeah, check that out, Mike and Joel. That's over 2 inches here, 2.36 2.33, the
Mhm.
heaviest, just north of Saline there, getting upwards of 2-inch radar indicated rain. So we may see another flood advisory here for this area. It's pretty localized, but still a pretty populated area, nice urban area, suburb of Ann Arbor. So likely going to have quite a bit of flooding there.
I can. Someone's posted a photo of a flooded roadway. Just not too sure where, but I mean, it's not surprising.
Detroit just canceled the severe warning for St. Clair County. So the only one in effect now is going to be for Macomb and parts of Oakland.
So we got an SWS, a severe, and a flood advisory all out at the same time.
Welcome to Michigan.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you remember back on February 27th, we had a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, and winter storm warning or something like that at the same time for Van Buren. I was just rewatching that yesterday.
I remember going out to survey the damage in snow the next day. That was pure Michigan.
Yep.
Ryan, I would like to point out the new storm developing over Warren looks like it's going to be moving into northeast Wayne County fairly soon.
Just north of Grosse Point's Park there.
Yeah, just I'm looking at the radar loop here.
Grosse Point Shores, East Point.
Like a lot of the other storms are either moving into Canada or weakening, but that one looks like it could be a future concern of at least some gusty winds and maybe small hail.
Went from nothing to 60 dBz. And this boundary is about to more than likely fire off additional storms here in northern Wayne, if I had to guess, just by judging how this is looking.
Oh, I need to post that special weather statement still.
Go ahead, I got it.
Just before I forget.
Anything to note there, Joel?
Not at the current time.
I guess, and one thing to note while we're all here for everyone watching is there could be some more severe thunderstorms tomorrow across lower Michigan, pretty much all of lower Michigan, I think. We'll have some potential.
It's supposed to go live at 7 p.m., but we'll delay that for coverage here. But we'll still cover it as
for the briefing, yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 7. Yeah. We'll delay that until we have to.
Yeah, the next. Yeah.
There's your day 2 right there. Yeah, here's your day 2.
It's like several days of storm potential. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so for anyone watching thinking, oh, maybe this will be it, we can have a nice Monday, but no, more storms will be coming.
And honestly, this is the third day of consecutive severe warnings in the state, so we may have a consistent 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, this is like the app. Yeah, because this is going back since Friday. Was it Friday with the storms and the landspout?
Yeah.
Or was that Thursday?
It was Friday. So we had two different
lots of
two different severe weather coverages on Friday, and then we had Upper Peninsula yesterday, and now we have Southeast Michigan today.
Yep. And then all of Michigan tomorrow and Tuesday, and then Southern Michigan Wednesday, and you know what? We'll be
Thursday,
here this entire time. Thursday, get a break. Ryan, as you were pointing out about the boundary in Wayne County, it does look like it's firing a few storms now around Livonia.
Yeah, got more interaction there. That would be heading right into Detroit if that continues to develop. So heads up, Dearborn, Detroit area. This could continue to develop into a decent thunderstorm. Right now it's just a rain shower, but it'll likely grow next couple of minutes. And this storm is still just kind of stationary, back building.
Yeah.
Over Saline.
Yeah, still going, and there's a big burst of lightning east of Manchester as the new back building went up over Freedom Township, actually.
Yep. If this could move my direction, that'd be great. I live
Ryan's
like
dying
right,
for the storm.
I live like right down here at this X. Looking right at it.
So close, but so far.
Right. Crazy. Looked good for a few minutes, but then it's just kind of like, whatever. It's hanging out though. Can't see any structure of the storm though. Is there another storm coming to Macomb right now? It's still in southern Macomb County near Sterling Heights, near Troy as well. North of Macomb Township here, north into Romeo, Washington, Armada, Richmond, New Haven. You guys are fine for now. The warning is in effect here for the southern part of the county. Would appreciate you have 530 of you guys in here. If you guys want to hit that like button, we appreciate that. Helps us out a lot with the algorithm,
Absolutely.
such YouTube and Facebook. It is free to do, and that is the best way to support us here at MSC. It looks like we have a new marine warning, or at least a continuation of one for Lake St. Clair. That's going to be for the Michigan side. That's going to be for the Metro Beach or the Metro Park Marina, St. Clair Shores, St. Clair Flats, Old Channel Light. Those areas will have wind gusts, hail up to, looks like penny size, as well as wind gusts around 49 knots.
Wind of 49 knots, hail less than
That's-
0.75, I think, right?
That's what I got. I lost the IEM. Yeah, wind 49 knots and then hail's less than 0.75. So, yep. Check out that camera here. This is facing to the. That might be facing east or west now, because that's not the typical view that it has. So
That looks like a storm.
yeah, I was gonna say it looks like it might be. Usually it's facing over the lake, and now you click it, there's no lake in sight. So I'm thinking they turned it around. Looks like the storm is developing here, heading in toward Detroit now.
Yeah, I was just checking Cleveland radar, and it looks like that area is really filling in. So, from a distance at least, it scans the top of the storms.
Oh, big old cell going up in Monroe County now. Check that out. Heading toward the Frenchtown Charter Township area, just north of the city of Monroe. Likely going to be on the north side of Monroe. But downtown will be, looks like, just on the south side of the storm. Lightning is the main threat, as well as heavy rain for right now. Let's check on the winds there and see if we're getting anything. Not really anything too much yet. Could be the start of something there, like a downburst. We'll see if that continues to develop.
I got a dog down here with me. I don't know if anyone can hear the dog.
Is he whimpering or whining?
Yeah.
Just a bit.
People are probably hearing like, that's just the dog.
Do want to mention another cell that
Kind of all over the place now.
Yeah, it's not really organized, just kind of scattered now. One other cell that we're just kind of ignoring down here, it's just kind of spiked up in DBZ, is going to be over Blissfield, moving in toward Whiteford Township, Sawyerfield Township, Bedford, St. Anthony areas here. 223 heading toward US 23. So we'll have to watch that one here as well. Looks like we're getting a good spike in our reflectivity there. Is this something popping up? It is. This is heading toward me, guys.
Oh, good. Something. Yeah.
It's a blip, but I'm gonna go outside and see what I can see.
Okay, go for it. Is that your radar, Joel?
Yeah.
All right.
Looking again at our 3 different boundaries here, moving west across Oakland County. Nothing too much in terms of back building so far in Pontiac. We still have it hanging out over Troy down towards Clawson. And of course, Warren, you have the storm that just popped up. Warning box has been trimmed a little bit since it was initially issued. Still in effect for Utica, Fraser, Warren. Hold up. Wayne County, you guys are not in any warning at the time, but you have scattered showers and storms across the county.
Yeah, that'll be coming through north and central and southern Wayne. There, the storm over Monroe, Berlin Township is increasing on the latest scan as well.
Again, for
pretty much all of them look fairly decent, but potentially non-severe. I'm not seeing too much in the way of severe hail or wind. A lot of this.
Yeah. And we do want to reiterate that the lightning threat is still heightened out there, along with the potential for some flooding in low-lying areas. Again, severe weather often brings that, especially with storms that are moving very slow today at 10 to 15 miles.
In heavily populated areas where there's a lot of roads and poor drainage, parking lots, things like that, with nowhere for water to go, it just ponds. I saw Dee Dee asking if we could show the radar for Sarnia and Petrolia. I don't think we had shown the radar that way, but there is storms over Lambton County. We know that there is a statement out that way for dime-size hail and 70-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts for Lambton. And I believe the same for Windsor as well. Dimes and 70-kilometer-an-hour wind. 70, I think, is 40 miles per hour. So not severe. Mark is in Newport. Mark, how big's the hail that you're seeing there? Estimated to the size of a coin, or so like dime, penny, nickel, quarter.
4 inches.
Or in inches, yeah, half-inch diameter. I've literally got a dog licking me right now.
Nice.
My goodness. You can see her on the camera. She's just right up in my face. Everyone wants to see the dog. Yeah, there's this dog. Won't leave me alone. It's an epic fight over here. I'm in the fight for my life.
We often have our pets visit us during our live streams.
Seriously, man. She's been getting closer to me for the last 10 minutes, and now she's right up on me.
Leave a like for the puppy. Looks like Ryan's in here.
You know what? Did they just cancel that warning from Macomb?
Hey.
DTX cancels severe thunderstorm warning Macomb and Oakland. So there's some good news there.
Flood advisory for Washtenaw.
Yeah, flood advisory now for the Saline area of Washtenaw County.
So I do have what appears to be the backside shelf cloud kind of feature to the storm off towards Saline. But the storm coming toward me is right there, baby updraft. So watching that close. Are there severe in the state right now or no?
Nope.
All severe thunderstorm warnings have been dropped.
Okay.
Special weather statement is still in effect, though.
For everyone who's saying they're having hail right now, if you could let us know the hail size, that'd be really helpful to give an idea of how strong the storm is. If it's over quarter size, it's severe hail. If it's under quarter size, it's non-severe hail. And yeah, so Ryan's showing us the storms in Lenawee and Washtenaw right there.
Yeah, this
No
is
warning.
West Lenawee,
West Lenawee.
and this is Washtenaw.
Yeah, and the one in Washtenaw has a statement out for 40-mile-per-hour wind and nickel-sized hail. Around a quarter inch to a half inch of hail in Saline. Thank you very much, Knairda. Canarda. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. Sorry about that. Yeah, Martin. Martin had quarter-size hail in Macomb Township. So yeah, we had quite a few reports of quarter received by the National Weather Service in Macomb County. Pea-size hail in Newport with that storm north of Monroe. So yeah, it doesn't sound like too much severe weather is ongoing at the moment. Actually, no severe weather.
Getting really nice thunder here.
Great art.
Yeah, looking at this one's starting to produce thunder. Just heard the first rumble.
Look how tall those are, too.
Yeah, pretty localized, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. So we got 2 Ryan cameras going.
How does that storm look in western Lenawee heading toward me?
Small, Ryan. The storm in Washtenaw County is really falling apart. For your storms there, just a little pop up over Clinton, and the stuff ahead of it over Tecumseh is weakening.
Because it's really picking up on the thunder and lightning now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's the one near Clinton, right?
This is looking west toward Tecumseh, so I'm going to assume so.
Yeah. There's a new pop up near Clinton. The ones ahead of it really fell apart.
That's off the outflow boundary too. Can't really see it on radar here, but it's existing.
I wonder if the outflow from the Saline storm is going to interact with these and pop these off, or that's what's actually happening.
I think that's what's happening.
Take a peek to my south and see if I can see anything.
Jordan's asking about Alpena. Nothing in northern lower Michigan today. This is all within far southeast Michigan now, so pretty much along the shorelines of Erie, Lake St. Clair, and Huron. Southeast Michigan only. And sounds like
Sorry if you
the
guys can hear that.
department-
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's going through. See ya.
And there it goes. Again, we will be going live on our Sunday Night Weekly after the conclusion of this broadcast, so stay tuned for that. We'll be going over the threats for severe weather over the next couple days in that broadcast. So we'll answer more questions relating to that
storm.
here when we do that.
Sorry, Joel. I think I'm on lag.
There you go.
This This is that storm near Blissfield. Looks like we have some good updrafts again, but still no structure visible. Just the cloud tops up there. And look to the west, and this one's going up very thin.
Oh wow.
Almost like a bomb went off. And it's got a nice tall updraft,
Yeah.
probably close to 25, 30,000 feet, I'm going to say. It's crazy.
That cloud top is up at
27.
Wow. Yeah, the Clinton storm is
27?
45,000
Oh, wow.
feet.
Yeah, I can only see about, I'd say 25 up.
That tiny
Can't
little
see.
updraft.
I can see through it too. It's crazy. Oh, I'm hearing thunder, so I'm going to head back. It's getting a little bit louder.
Yeah. Definitely don't stray too far away from your house.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Last thing I want to do is get hit by lightning today. I wish there was a way to point my GoPro at the same. Look at this. Look at this, guys.
Oh my.
It's just like a
Just
bomb
go
went
straight
off.
up.
Yeah. It's so thin too. I'm gonna take a picture of this.
If you didn't know any better, it'd look like a giant tornado, but that's not what it is. Really cool structure out there today, though, for sure. No wind shear in the upper levels, so you have storms that are able to go straight up, and they look like that. Cloud top's also right now over Monroe, and that storm downstream also topping over 40 to 45,000 feet.
Joel, I'm just going to be right back to you. Can you handle things for a few minutes?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. All right.
So looking at our velocity product or vertically integrated liquid product, not too much in the way of hail falling at this point. Storm's kind of dying off just a tad here at 7 o'clock on this Sunday evening. Couple, perhaps a few instances of downburst wind still happening, especially here in the storm near Detroit Beach, Stony Point, Woodland Beach, immediately outside of downtown Monroe. And then taking a look at our CC to kind of cross-examine to see where hail is actually falling. Looks like we have some small hail falling now in Detroit, with this storm heading right down 6 in Woodward. And I believe this one had some here too, just near Estrel Beach. A couple instances of oranges and yellows popping up on CC, which is where we see non-uniform meteorological phenomena happening there. Nothing in terms of hail now falling in the storm in Saline, as that is now just a tiny rain shower. But again, we're looking at that updraft on Ryan's stream here down the road from Tecumseh. And it looks like it's starting to pick up on a little bit of hail falling now there as well. Probability of significant hail falling still below 30%, so we'll have to watch it as it continues to develop. Otherwise, the rest of the action looks to be moving on to Canada here in southwestern Ontario. So we will soon be ready to head off for the evening and move on to our Sunday Night Weekly, which again is when we'll be talking about some of the stuff that's supposed to come over the next couple days. And it looks like Ryan's back in the studio here.
For now.
Give us a thumbs up.
I'll go ahead and get prepared for that stream. Get the graphics up. And there is a lot to talk about, so.
Yeah. But yeah, just one special weather statement right now for southern Washtenaw County still in effect. I'm sure that'll be canceled soon if it hasn't been already. It sometimes takes a little bit to disappear on my radar, but
Looks like there's a pretty good gusty wind downburst happening over 275 and 75 just north of Monroe near Steiner. You could see some gusty winds there, 30 or so miles per hour. Although the airport radar does have a couple blips there, close to 40. I'm getting 42. So I wouldn't be shocked to see a couple gustier winds. But that's heading over to Lake Erie momentarily. I don't know if you look at the. I'll bring up mine just for a second here. Okay, already is up. Cool. This little blip here by Clinton and Tecumseh has some decent winds on it. 30, 35, really localized. Heading in toward looks to be Tecumseh, perhaps just north of Tecumseh near Newburgh. So, and as Joel was saying, could be some small hail there falling as well. We'll see if that develops or weakens. We'll watch it. How long do you want to stay on here, Joel?
Probably not too much longer, honestly. Unless one of those storms goes warned again. That one in Detroit's kind of looking interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of lightning density there.
Probably wait for this one to hop on close to the Canadian border and call it good.
Mm-hmm. We'll say we are 7 subscribers away from 7,000 on YouTube. So if you want to drop a subscribe, it's free. We appreciate it. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers on that. And looks like we do have a new special alert statement for Monroe. Julie just said it at the exact same time it popped up. She's on top of things.
I think Julie has the IEM bot on Twitter going. Yeah, this is over by you there, Christine, as well. Christine's a longtime follower here. Looks like Northeastern Wing got one as well. They put an SWS on this one as well. Wait for that to pop up. Wait for the big old blue box to appear. There it is. Winds in excess of 40 miles per hour, as well as half-inch hail. And that's going to be moving in toward Detroit Metro, North Metro Detroit, really just north of downtown. I'm gonna say here, heading toward Grosse Pointe Park, Hamtramck, Grosse Pointe Farms, and then down here for the Monroe County one. This one is again winds in excess of 40 miles per hour, as well as half-inch hail. We are 2 subscribers away from 7,000, guys. Can 2 of you hit that subscribe button for us? That'd be awesome. 1 away. Who wants to be our 7,000 subscriber? We're just kind of hanging out at $6.99 or $6,099. Oh, we got it. We broke that. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. Now we need 3,000 more.
That'll come.
It will eventually. Strongest storm currently that's in the state appears to be right here, just north of the downtown Detroit area.
Which just got special alert statement.
Yep. Hamtramck, Highland Park areas, just north of downtown Detroit, moving in toward Grosse Pointe Park. Have another pop-up here up in St. Clair County, just a little blip on radar, just some probably brief heavy downpour with that. Over 69 near Kimball, moving toward Marysville. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and switch gears into our live stream. For those of you who do not know what's going on, we do have 3 upcoming days of potential severe weather here in Michigan. We already had 3 days consecutively, but we're actually talking about more so potentially wider areas of risks, just not localized like we've been getting here. So we'll be going live here once we're done with this stream to talk about that.
Looks like we have a new flood advisory there in Washtenaw. That just pop up?
Oh, that's been there.
Oh, okay.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's been there. Yeah. That's going to be in effect until 10 p.m. Basically, it says 1 to 2 inches of rain have already fallen. Up to an inch more is possible. That storm did it basically just collapsed on itself from what it was. So no longer a heavy rain threat with that. But still, the lingering effects of flooding are ongoing with that, as is up here in Macomb County.
How's that tower looking outside your window there?
Give me 2 seconds, I'll check.
We got him off his stand. I'm sure there's a nice structure probably ongoing down there in downtown Detroit too.
Might be visible on some MDOT cams.
Yeah. My computer's so slow. Oh, look at that anvil.
Mm-hmm.
That would be... well, that's the dying anvil from our Selene storm.
Can you hear me, guys?
Oh, yep.
There is your dying updraft.
Oh, wow.
And it looks like a funnel cloud, but it's not. It just looks scary. I think the one over toward Clinton that's still going is behind this one, way back there on the horizon. This was just a little blip that decided to pop up. It's still a beautiful updraft.
Oh, yeah. Again, you guys can kind of see how that not really well sheared in the mid-levels of the atmosphere until you get up into the jet. And that's kind of where you kind of see it just blowing across. But mid-levels of the atmosphere going straight up today. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely something else.
That storm is raining itself out.
That storm up here by Selene.
Julie says, congrats for 7K on YouTube with a super chat. Thank you very much, Julie, as always, for your generous support.
You want to take my GoPro back
Yeah.
and head back inside?
Okay. And that is also a raining out updraft. Again, and you kind of see as we let it sit here how slowly these storms are moving. If you kind of look at one of the clouds along the wire, for example, it's not moving at all today. And so as we continue to reiterate, no shear. And that is also another factor into why we didn't have, rotating updrafts today. So the only hazard was with the steep lapse rates, which is, again, our change in temperature with height would be the hail. And then with the downburst winds, what goes up must go down, downburst winds from these storms.
Just got a flood of reports now. If you saw that, Mike.
Yeah, quarter-size hail reports around Rochester Hills from 6:25, so almost an hour ago from the severe storm in that area. Yeah, no, it was another one of those days where it's just a general thunderstorm risk, but we're able to squeak out some severe criteria events.
And for those of you asking about, why wasn't a marginal risk? Why would we have a risk at all? On days like today, it's extremely hard to pinpoint when and where and if. The ingredients today, we have a lot of instability, hot and humid weather. We have lake breezes coming out the lakes. We get storms going up, but overall ingredients for severe weather don't really support severe weather that's long lived and widespread. So that's why there's no risk today.
You know, Ryan, I'm just looking in Kansas, 100-mile-per-hour wind gust warning for Salina.
Wow.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
100-mile-per-hour wind gusts and a golf ball size hail. So.
Yep. Yeah, for those who aren't aware of what's happening today, you have a moderate risk out there in Kansas for the potential for derecho, which is moving across the plains. And derecho's been a word we've tossed around a couple times before, and that is basically a long-lived damaging wind event where you have about, I think it's 400 miles continuously of damaging wind, 6 miles per hour or higher. And we usually average, I believe it's like one a year, one every 2 years, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's usually like June and July for us. We get a damaging wind event usually.
Yeah, I think that was May 2022. Just before or after the Gaylord tornado, derecho formed over Detroit and St. Clair County, then just smacked southern Ontario.
We also had
there's
June
12
10th,
fatalities, so derechos are really dangerous.
Yeah, so we had 2020 and 2022, so one every 2 years.
I'll pop in here real quick. I have some comments here from Monroe saying the sky is green, it's getting windy. Monroe does not have any tornadic risk right now. I saw a comment there mentioning that. No, there's no tornado in Monroe. Some downburst wind potentially there.
Yeah, I was looking at
Go ahead.
So I was looking at MDOT cameras too around Detroit, and the sky wasn't just dark; it was black. So I mean, these are some intense storms, if not severe. So green can be an indication of a bit of hail sometimes. So
also marble size hail in Newport, which is just north Monroe.
I've got thunder here as well.
Both of these storms are kind of watching right now are currently about to, new SWS now for southern St. Clair. No, southern Macomb County again, near Warren.
Is my radar live?
Yeah.
I can see a bit of wind shear over Espo Beach on whoever's radar that was.
It's like some sort of downburst here. Estro Beach.
You know, I'm not sure because that's been kind of continuing for the last two radar scans. It doesn't look like it's moving away from each other. But then there's nothing on the terminal radar.
That's what caught me off guard there.
I think it's a downburst.
Potentially, yeah.
But if anyone has any current live shot of Estro Beach, Woodland Beach area, feel free to send it our way. Obviously, do not put the pictures in the live stream. We won't be able to see it. But any of our other posts, we will. Or just direct message us.
For what it's worth, it does show up for a little bit from Cleveland, too.
Yeah, and, I'm up on tilt all the way up to tilt 4, and you can make it out. So it might actually it could be a mid-level, upper-level mezzo.
Which should be insane because you have no wind shear today.
Yeah, for sure. Unless there's a lake breeze boundary in there. I'm not... Sometimes when storms cross little lake breeze boundaries, they can get a little weak spin.
I did learn in meteorology that we do have a lot of micro scale features, which obviously the lake breezes and such, along with terrain, can spin up quick little micro scale events. But again, this doesn't look impressive. Again, if we're talking gate to gate shear, this is like 40-50 miles per hour.
Yeah, very weak. Almost I've seen that before, just with lake breeze boundaries.
And also, good news is it's not going into a population; it's going over lake areas. So if anything does happen, we're not going to be concerned about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go close my windows because I can hear rain. I'll be right back.
DD's asking if we're saying Camden or Canada. I believe we're saying Camden earlier, but it's also moving into Canada.
Looks like downtown Detroit is getting missed by the majority of this heavy rain, lightning, and stuff like that. But the north side of town is getting pummeled by potentially some small hail there, as well as gusty winds and a lot of heavy rain. And that one storm that was heading toward me is now on its way out, looks like. Once again, I am missing out.
Sad.
Right, the Ryan bubble. Yes, we read comments sometimes. A lot of times we can't because we're tracking storms, but yes, we do see you guys' comments. But I think we're good to hop. Storms in Monroe County here, moving over the lake next couple of minutes. These storms down here near Bedford are moving over the lake again, so not too much longer for those. Then the one up here in Wayne County in southern Macomb is about to move over Lake St. Clair. So likely no more severe weather this evening. We could still get a pop-up shower or storm. There are still boundaries here you see on radar that could spark off additional showers and or storms. But overall, I think this risk is pretty much over.
And then those for who are asking, we are going to be doing Sunday Night Weekly following the conclusion of this live stream, which will be here in a couple minutes.
I think we're good to end it, guys. What do you guys think?
I think so, even though Mike's not here.
He'll figure it out. Oh,
I heard my name.
poof, and he appears. We're thinking about ending it here, Mike. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I mean, these aren't really severe.
All right, so I guess we're going to hop off here. Let's go ahead and shoot for 7:30, if not just a bit after 7:30. We'll go ahead and go live and talk about the upcoming severe potential here in the next couple of days. So I don't know if you guys saw that behind me.
I didn't see it.
Good. So with that being said, we're going to hop off here. Additional storms are possible, but at this point, not looking too likely. If anything does happen to go back severe, we'll cover it. So with that being said, appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. That's all I got to say.
Yep. Give us a follow, and we will see you here shortly.
All right, take care, guys.